Good evening, guys. I hope you are all doing well. You're all taking care of yourself. Tomorrow is Friday. I hope you're resting. I just got home from work. I'm on this fruit diet thing, and I feel great. I feel lighter. I feel like I have more energy. I got it from Eddie Abo. If you guys don't know him, he's hilarious. I think he's in his 60s. He was quite overweight, but then he went on this huge like fasting, focusing on only healthy food, proteins. I don't know if he eats fruits. I eat fruits, but by fruits I mean like berries, watermelon, and the rest. I did my Jamaican castor oil treatment on my hair, so my hair feels very oiled, and honestly I like that feeling. And yeah, while I was at work, I saw a lot of shenanigans on the timeline. I'm not even going to address a lot of them because, guys, like I said, we can't be reacting to every rubbish, every clickbait. Ever since Harry and Meghan decided to sexy it up so much that there is now a ridiculous but hilarious trend on TikTok. I don't that where a lot of people where they are saying gingers are the new blacks, which is a direct response to a lot of people thirsting over Harry looking. I don't know what it is about him, guys. I told you guys numerous times that I never found Harry attractive. Even though, I mean, after he married Meghan, yeah, he looks better. He looks good. I'm not even going to lie, but there's something about the way he walks, his swagger, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping this is temporary, but I think maybe as a woman, I'm just responding to the fact that there's nothing sexier than a man that is obsessed with his woman. I mean, it's the sexiest thing in the world because he makes her feel cherished and loved. And I think a lot of us are living vicariously through Meghan. Not because we want a Harry, oh God, no, who wants that drama? But like, you just want a man that is willing to give it all up for you. And because, as I said, we are basically counting down to their wedding anniversary, unless the thing is worth me responding to, I am not going to spoil the romance and the sexiness in the air. But there is something. Now, the one thing I will not tolerate though is the rewriting of history. Now, for those of you who don't know or somehow missed it, which I don't blame you, it was so inconsequential. Royal racist Kiki Kate went to a fashion. You know what? I didn't even see the video. If you guys saw the videos, okay, but I'm not going to repost it because I truly don't give a crap. And while she was out, she basically copied Megan and what? Let me, but okay, do you know what? Let me just confess. A suit is not necessarily any. A suit is very popular. It doesn't necessarily mean she was copying, but because Kate tends to copy Megan, it's hard not to come to those conclusions. Anyway, she wore this. I have to say, mustard colored suit that I think if Megan wore it would have been superb with her skin tone. But on Kate and her bony, it just didn't work for me. Or maybe because I just don't like Kate. I am comfortable enough to say I just don't like Kate. So I'm a permanent hater. I don't like that woman, and I won't say anything positive. I can't see anything positive in anything she does until she starts working, until she starts doing something as a British taxpayer, until Kate gets a job. I'm not going to say anything positive about her. Posing and doing stupid nature videos does not count Kate. Anyway, Kate came out with her with the mustard colored Victoria Beckham suit, which is not Victoria Beckham's fault, by the way. Which I forgot. I forgot, guys. Damn. I'll do it during the roundup over the weekend. Anyway, which the Kate fans were trying to tell us sold out, which was a hilariously stupid lie that, of course, the British press ran with because we don't have eyes. This is why I tell you guys, right? We have eyes. That's why this hate campaign is becoming very toothless. I simply went on, I easily found the link to the suit, went to the site. That suit is not sold out in any size. It is still there. And for people that are saying, it's too expensive, when Megan won that, wasn't Megan's Ralph Lauren outfit more than $1,000? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he sell out? Just because UK fans don't have any money doesn't mean that you should come and be. I keep telling you, and I said it in the chat. Black women, a lot of women of color support Megan. Black women have money, so sorry. Anyway, Kate had yet another flop, and because of that, her minions in the press decided to try and gaslight us and rewrite history and say that actually it wasn't just Kate that made Meghan cry. Oh no, both of them made each other cry. Okay, we already know that because Harry said it in his book. And if you recall from the Oprah interview, allow me to paraphrase because I can't remember it exactly. While Meghan did acknowledge that, look, it was a very emotional week, as it is leading up to a wedding. I've never been married, but I can imagine the stress, and especially when you're planning a wedding at that grand scale. And don't forget, guys, Megan's father was an absolute bastard to have that week. So you put all of those stresses together and the royal people intervening in her wedding, telling her who she can and cannot invite, her father humiliating her on an international stage, the whole mess of the whole thing. Now, Kate, and this is why I will never like Kate, guys. Kate decided, you know what? With everything going on around Meghan, it's not my wedding. Let me be a burden. Let me do that to my sister-in-law. Kate went around, and I'm going to read it now. For those of you who forgot, Harry talks about this. Meghan talks about it, that yes, there were tensions. We were going back and forth at each other. And I'm going to give you the exact points because, guys, we speak facts on this channel. So here's what we said from Harry's book. We arranged a second summit with Willie and Kate, this time on our turf, December 10, 2018. This is the year they got married. We all gathered in our little front annex, and this time there was no small talk. Kate got rolling right away by acknowledging that these stories in the papers about Meg making her cry were totally false. I know, Meghan, that I was the one that made you cry. I sighed. Excellent start, I thought. Meg appreciated the apology, but wanted to know why the papers had said this and what was being done to correct them. In other words, why isn't your office standing up for me? Why haven't they phoned this execrable woman? He's nice, that bitch Camilla Tomini, who wrote the story and demanded a retraction. Kate flustered. Ooh! Anyway, didn't answer. And Willie chimed in with some very supportive sounding garbage evasions that I already knew the truth. No one at the palace could phone the correspondent because that would invite the inevitable retort. Well, if the story is wrong, what's the real story? What did happen between the two duchesses? And that door must never be opened because it would embarrass the future queen. The monarchy always, at all costs, had to be protected. We shifted from what to do about the story to where it came from. Who could have planted such a thing? Who could have leaked it to the press in the first place? Who? We went around and round, and the list of suspects became vanishingly small. Finally, Willie leaned back and considered that while we were on tour in Australia, he and Kate had gone to dinner with Pa and Carmilla, and alas, he said sheepishly he might have let it slip that there was some strife between the two couples. I put a hand to my face. Meghan froze. A heavy silence fell. So now we know. I told you, Willie. You of all people should have known. He nodded. He knew. More silence. It was time for them to go. Let me paraphrase it because Harry is nice. William saw how popular Meghan and Harry were in Australia. He didn't like it. So he intentionally went, when he was having dinner with his father and his mother and his stepmother, intentionally leaked to them because he knew that they were going to leak it to the press. People say it's Camilla, but now her husband could have stepped in. So both of them, Buckingham Palace, leaked it to the press. Now, for those of you that are saying, that's why I say Harry is nice. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just saying what he doesn't want to say. His brother intentionally leaked to the press that the couples have strife because they wanted to mess up Meghan's growing popularity. C'est fini. So for those of you that are believing the BS from the Royal Rota, which was probably leaked by the clowns in Kensington Palace, because Kate has yet again flopped. Because Kate is beginning to realize that people don't like her. She's not going to sell out. Even if she wears the exact same copy. In fact, Kate can go and buy that same Ralph Lauren suit. It is not going to sell out. Why? The inescapable truth is people don't like you, Kate. So what you're trying to do now is do damage control. You told everybody that you had cancer. It did not work. People still don't like you. You told everybody that, what was it that she did? Oh yes. People know you are a royal racist. They try to sell in the media that your ancestors or some lady from her past apparently was a slave abolisher or some nonsense like that. People still don't like you, Kate. I'm staring at you in the camera. We don't like you. We know what you are. You are a mean girl and you are racist. You cannot remix the racism. So you're trying to now make it seem like, oh, well, you know, yes, I made Meghan cry, but it was both of us. We have Harry's book here. We have the book here. We have the Oprah interview. We know you made Meghan cry. And the funny thing is, if you recall from that interview, Meghan said something along the lines of she doesn't even care because you know that week was very stressful. She said she could have moved on from that. But the fact that you refused to go to the media and apologize and retract the story, that was the part that she knew that, okay, you know what? That's a step too far. So Kate supporters, Kate and Royal Rota, you can all kindly go jump one. Now that we've moved on from that nonsense, let me quickly, and yeah, shout out to SK. Oh, sorry. Shout out to Iris. I didn't give her due. Let's look at this article. Shout out to SK for bringing us this hideous soul, Camilla Tomini. This is her being confronted about the lie that she posted saying Kate made Meghan cry. Listen.
Obviously, I'm also about the conversation that was had about Kate and about this just before the wedding, that there were the tears. And I think at the time it was actually...
I wrote the story.
It was your story, wasn't it? And the story that you wrote was that there was an argument for the wedding regarding the bridesmaids' dresses. In fact, let's just see what she said about it. Hold on. So they are saying, with your story, the reverse happened from your story.
A few things on that. First of all, as you know, I don't write things that I don't believe to be true and that haven't been really well sourced. What's interesting about them coming out with that now is, obviously, I'm well known for doing royal coverage. So at any point in time when we had published that, I would have expected to have received a phone call saying it's wrong or it's misconstrued, this mustn't be reported again. I don't know, you'd even expect editorial compliance to be involved. That never happened.
I've got to say, though, that's all addressed in that interview, isn't it? Because they said that she couldn't understand why nobody stood up for her. Nobody phoned up and said, that's not true.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, but it wasn't as if the entire machinery didn't have plenty of time on their so-so to address that if they didn't think it's true.
She also said that very machinery was part of the reason that these stories continued to be perpetuated was because nobody within the establishment, the institution, stood up for her. They let you write these stories, but they didn't ever refute them.
I don't agree also.
Of course she doesn't agree because Camilla is a fool. And yeah, I keep on saying that there are very, very few people in the world that if I see them, I really might physically slap them. She is one of them. I might see her and just allow my body to go with it and just deck her on sight. I am not encouraging violence. Please don't come and fight me. I'm just saying she's a hateful cunt. Now, you guys may have seen my short, but let me remind the black people amongst us who, for whatever reason, there is no time any member of this ridiculous family, besides maybe Meghan, will come up to me that I will leave where I am to go and allow them to humiliate me like this. Black people, what's going on? So let us watch the king once again remind us that he's a fucking racist. I call it racism bingo. Take a drink when he ignores the black woman. Black people, I need you to stop allowing this man to humiliate you. Stop it. Now, this is the one, guys. Like I said, I've gotten that energy out of the way. I will try and keep to my word and focus on positivity leading up to Meghan and Harry's anniversary. And I say that as because you know now that their 7th anniversary is coming up, the press is going to completely ramp up their delusional, psychotic, hysterical commentary. So let's quickly recap beauty and sexiness, and let's thirst over Prince Harry because, guys, Harry is looking, oh my God. Okay, let's do it.
You see wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh, yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. I got to do is call. You just call out mine.
Okay, so we've seen enough of that. So can we? I'm glad I stopped it here. So Harry is looking good, guys. I mean, I told you guys, Harry was never my thing, but maybe because he's wearing the beanie and I can't see his hair. Anyway, it's just the swagger, the chest. Meghan looks so tiny. He looks like her protector. I don't know, sexy couple, guys. Harry is looking good. Harry, we need to get you out here. I told you guys, if Harry does his shop my page, I think it's. I'm kind of insisting, Harry, you need to do something for the guys and for the girls. We want to see you looking sexy in a jacket, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. Actually, I can't believe I'm finding Prince Harry attractive, y'all. Anyway, let's quickly recap what this amazing week has given us. For you thirsty ladies in the chat and gentlemen, this is an equal opportunity channel. Let's thirst over Harry again. See that? Beautiful couple. See that? Beautiful couple. Feeding into the whole ginger is the new black because everybody is thirsting over the superior prince of the British royal family. And yeah, guys, just a quick round. That was supposed to be a quick roundup from me. Yeah, I addressed the ridiculous rewriting of history. Don't allow them to do that, guys. Where you can on X, on TikTok, remind everybody what really happened. Yeah, please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for your continuing support. We're going to have a live on Saturday evening. Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow is not going to be possible. But yeah, let's hopefully, I'm going to try and see if I can get some good content so we can start the countdown to Harry and Meghan's wedding. And as much as possible, I'll try and avoid negative, but you know how these things are. I might pull some stuff. If I feel like, again, history is being rewritten, it's up to me. And for us to remind everybody that that is bullshit. Please like, subscribe, and share. Once again,